multiple nations, man. All right, he's gonna destroy this place 100%.
And if I may say, like going back to the articles, you know, Russia, they really don't want to fight. They rather keep the peace. And they've been working to try to keep, you know, stability and peace in that region. But it's not up to you what you want. The Most High is in control of everything. It tells you that in Proverbs 21. The heart of the king is in the hands of the Most High. And like rivers of water, he turneth it whither so he will. You know, so I mean, really, it's not up to you. The Most High, you know, it's about His will. You know, and His purpose is basically to gather all you nations up over there in the Middle East, so He can basically cause this war to pop off, so y'all can fight each other, so He can come back and judge you, man. That's basically what His purpose is.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Man, that's the Lord speaking to His people, man. All right, don't take up arms against Esau, man. The Lord is doing it, man. All right, our Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna take up arms against Esau, man. All right, so he's telling his people to stay calm, man. All right, stay down, chill, wait upon Him. Go ahead.
Until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation.
All the kingdoms we've been talking about, man. Russia, China, Iran, America, NATO and EU. All right, the Lord is doing that for Israel, man. All right, to basically destroy these militaries that's going to be in the Middle East in World War III, man. All right, He's doing that for the sake of Israelites, man. The true Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans.
You take down an empire or a kingdom's armies or a nation's armies, you get the crown. You get their crown. Just like if you were a wrestler or a boxer or something, you beat the champ. You go down through all these weight classes or whatever, beat the champ or these title holders. Guess what? You get their title. Well, Yahweh Shai is coming in the stead of Yahweh to take down these other nations. He's gonna put all the many crowns on his head. So that ties that into that for you that know that.
They also think
Revelation.
They also think that they're going to rise up next, whether it be Russia or China.
Right. These other nations do, absolutely, bro. These other nations do think that they're next in line. If Russia fuck up, Iran gonna step in, or China, we surely gonna step in. But it's not going like that.
Yeah, the Lord gonna jack them up so bad, they ain't gonna have no military to, you know, do anything, man.
They ain't gonna have nothing left.
Because they're gonna destroy themselves, and also the Lord's gonna come back with His angels to basically clean their ass up. You know, wipe them out, man, basically.
That's why it says in Psalm the 2nd chapter, why do the heathen rage? Why do they all imagine a vain thing? You know, what your heart desire is not the will of the Most High.
It's like what the brother's saying, I believe it's Proverbs 16 and 9. It says, man's heart devises the way, but the Lord directed his steps. You know, these rulers of these other nations, like the brother's been going into, they think they about to be the next superpower. They say, oh, once we take this world thing, you know, we got next, we gonna set up this, we gonna set up this. Hey, but no, man, the Most High, He said that the saints are gonna take the kingdom, man, because He's gonna give it unto them.
Finish that? Quick. Finish that? Quick. Did you finish that?
No, I'm gonna finish it.
So like,
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation.
His indignation is fire, is righteous judgment. All right, go ahead.
Even on my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
The Lord is jealous, man. You're angry with the wicked every day. That's what they do, man. All right. So these nations are wicked, man. That's why the Lord wanted to destroy them. All right. And set up His people in righteousness, man, to govern the whole earth, man. All right. Esau is not going to establish His new world order. All right. It's actually the Most High going to establish His new world order through the Israelites.
all you're gonna do is just play into the plans of the Most High, man. Every move that you make, the Lord is making you make those moves.
God.
All right. Hey, doesn't that tell you that in Job, when a man sleeps on his bed and when he's dreaming, the Lord seals his instructions.
God.
You know,
Job 33.
Job 33, man. The Lord's gonna seal your instructions, man, so that you don't have that pride within yourself. You know, thinking that you're gonna be so confident that you're gonna do all your heart's desire, man. You know, there are devices in the hearts of men, but hey, the counsel of the Lord is that which shall stand.
The Lord directed the steps.
He directs the steps of men.
Yeah, up, kind.
He seals your instructions while you're sleeping on your bed, man.
Yeah, what's that called? The realms.
And it says to basically to withdraw pride from men. You know, all you're gonna do is play right into what the Most High is gonna program you to do.
Yeah.
That's why you're gonna go over there to Iran. You messing with Iran right now, setting yourself up, man. All right, Russia's gonna get involved. They acting like they don't want to get involved. They gonna get involved. Okay. Israel, they're gonna do something stupid, and it's gonna cause them to get smacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Israel gonna jump the gun probably or something like that.
Yeah.
You know.
You're gonna do something that's gonna piss off your European allies, where they're gonna think that evil thought that Russia's gonna think. You know. And the Lord gonna put the spirit on them to come against America, man. The beast shall hate the Lord. All these things, these are all part of the will of the Heavenly Father, man. So a lot of people think like, no, that's not gonna happen. Russia would never, they would never risk, you know, a nuclear war.
They're already doing drills with gas masks and
Hey, bro.
bunkers for the people.
Why are they making all these nuclear weapons?
Yeah, I was gonna say they ain't about to make these nuclear weapons or put them in a museum to just flex.
God.
What's the use of having muscle?
God.
You ain't gonna use it.
America ain't back out of that Iranian nuclear deal for no reason, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a precept.
You got a gun shop, but you just don't plan on ever using anything in it. It's just sitting on it. You just a collection.
Yeah.
You just got a house collection full of guns, but you never intend to use the motherfuckers, man.
It's all for America's destruction, man.
Isaiah 13:17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
And that's that evil thought right there. You know, the Lord's
Can't
gonna
make
put the
a
spirit
deal.
on them to have. They're gonna put a cold spirit on. Like, you know what? See, we wanted to be cordial, but now, fuck this. Fuck the White House. Fuck the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Fuck the whole administration. Fuck the military. Fuck the civilians.
Yeah, fuck the
Fuck
civilians.
the children.
God.
Fuck everybody on that landmass, man. That's the thought that's going to come into the rulers of those nations, man. The Lord's going to make them do that, man.
And he wants them to do that.
He's going to harden their heart just like he did Pharaoh.
God.
Yeah, you got the head guy of Iran, was the Ayatollah or whatever.
Yep.
You know, he said, we don't want death to the citizens, but to the administration, the heads of America. No, man.
No.
The Lord gonna put a spirit on you, man. The Lord gonna put a spirit on you other nations, man. They don't give a fuck about your citizens, man. All right?
Hey, but you know what's coming? Enough has to happen.
Yeah.
See, these little strikes and stuff, like, they're pissed right now. But like with the way Trump is acting, like, hey, we gonna do some more shit too.
Yeah,
Let this nigga Trump just keep pushing that smoke and watch them start to grow that mentality. Like, you know what? Fuck everything.
It's only the beginning, man.
God.
Only beginning of sorrow.
It's like when these nations are backed in a corner when they ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
That's when they gonna let loose.
God.
You read a script?
What is it? Read it.
What you got?
Read it.
Malachi 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up.
America's gonna be burned up like an oven, man. All right, that's how much heat is gonna come over here, man, via thermonuclear destruction. All right, and America's full of proud people, man. All right, starting with the president on down, man.
Said the
All right.
Lord of hosts, God.
Go ahead.
that the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. There won't be not one tree
Yeah,
in America,
nothing's
man.
gonna be here, man.
All this is gonna be burnt. Nothing but ashes.
Hey, go ahead, man. Keep on reading.
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healings in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as cows of the stall.
Yeah, the healing in his wings are the chariots, man. He's gonna come and save the elect of Israel, man. All right, right before the nuclear missiles destroy this place, man. Right before the nuclear missiles.
Right.
All right.
Quick side note, the healing that's talking about also, the new bodies will get, will come out of it.
Yep.
15.
Yeah, that's why it says in Revelation 21 that there should be no more sorrow. You know, because
Wipe away the tears.
We're gonna wipe away our tears because we're gonna be healed, man. We're gonna be renewed.
Our mind and spirit gonna be right. We're gonna have bodies that reflect it.
My knee hurt right now.
Body.
Knee hurt, man.
I'm tired, bro.
What was
God,
it?
I think I had my name.
Did you say you had a precept?
Someone get Joel 3. Oh, you got it. Your brother got it. You got it. Yeah.
Talking about the missiles.
Daniel 2:42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
All right, the toes that's, partly, what's that?
Partly strong, partly
Read that again.
And the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay.
Iron and clay, that's NATO and the EU, man. All right, because Daniel, he interpreted the beast, which he seen was the statue. All right, the head was Babylon, was the chest was
Silver. Media Persia.
silver, which is Persia. Persians and the Medes, and what's the
Copper. Or bronze.
what's the bronze?
Greece.
What was Greece? All right, then you had Rome. All right,
Iron.
was the
Iron.
legs, right?
Yeah,
Was
the
it iron?
legs. It was the legs.
Yeah, iron was Rome, and you had the toes with clay and iron was NATO and the EU, man.
Renaissance after the alliances that were formed of the rebirth of the Roman Empire. That's why it was part clay and part iron. That iron part was the Roman Empire. That clay part is like the rebirth of it, but it's weak.
Because you got strong nations in the EU and NATO and the EU, but you have weak nations also as well, man. All right, and America is the spearhead. All right, the head of NATO and the EU, which is the harlot, going in the book of Revelations, man. All right, the harlot that's sitting on top of the beast, that basically steers the beast. She basically has control of the beast, man. All right, which is NATO and the EU, man. The toes were iron and clay. Go ahead.
And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with mire and clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
The kingdom that's not going to be destroyed is the kingdom of Israel, man. All right, that's after the toes, the NATO and EU is destroyed, man. All right, that's after the Lord comes back and delivers his elect, man. The kingdom's going to be set up, man. All right, and the Israelites ain't going to build the kingdom on our own power, man. The other nations are going to build the kingdom, man.
Right, not
right.
with our own hands. Right?
We're gonna use your power to build the kingdom, man.
Right.
All right, your manpower, man.
Right.
All right.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Yep, that's the kingdom of Israel, man. Under Yahweh Shai, man. All right.
If you were, if you're not,
Yeah.
I got a
You
quick one. This is Psalm 75, verse 6 and 7. As a matter of fact, let me start a verse. Psalm 75, verse 5. It says, "Lift not up your horn on high, Speak not with a stiff neck.
It kind of horns in the scriptures represented as power, man.
It says, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one instead of another.
Kind, and that's exactly what's happening right now, man. Hey, although these nations or these kings of these nations, hey, they want to attack. Well, it's not gonna. The attack isn't gonna be full blown until these other prophecies roll, man. And the next kingdom that's gonna be set up is this New Jerusalem, man. Talking about the elect coming down with Yahweh Shai, man. That's
right.
gonna be the next kingdom that's established. So all you heathen nations, hey man, you really were created to be destroyed, man, and created to help build up the nation of Israel once the new kingdom is founded, man.
And if I may expound, basically it's the Lord that ruleth in the kingdom of men. It was already appointed from the beginning of the dominions that would come on the planet. The Lord already had it in mind that before the Babylonians was even created, that the Babylonians would be the first beast to have dominion on the earth. And then, after that, the Lord will raise up the Medes, and then the Persians that became stronger than the Medes, they ended up ruling. They became the second beast. And then you had the Greeks, the Lord rose up, and they took down the Persians. All right, so basically all these different beasts that came after each other, that was the Lord putting down one instead of setting up another. But the kingdom of Israel, when the Lord sets the children of Israel up, nobody's gonna be set up after that.
That's right.
That's pretty much it for the rest of eternity. All you other nations, you've had your time to rule. All right, the Lord He appointed the bounds that you cannot pass.
Which that's a form of mercy on your other nations, man. Because you had time to rule, man. All right.
You wasn't supposed to get it.
Yeah.
There's Sirach 37 and 25. The days of the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable.
That's plain.
Yeah. Let me grab that.
Start at 26.
25.
Okay. It's Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Particularly the other nations have done that, but it's talking directly about Esau. Right.
And think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand.
And the reason why we're reading this is, like we said, he taken down one, taken down Esau, and set up another, which is the Israelites. Right?
And they shall be given into his hand, into a time and times, and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion.
Hey, but the judgment gonna stand. What's the judgment? The judgment where the Most High will plead with the other nations for his people Israel. Okay, where he gonna set up a standard for his people. He gonna take down the other nations. Go ahead.
But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end.
Yep, and to consume and destroy Esau unto the end. And he's going to set the nations in their proper order under the Israelites as well. Right?
And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
That's right. It's going to be given to the Israelites, man, as it's supposed to have been. You read in the 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, at the end of that chapter, it'll tell you, man, how long should we deal with this? The fact that everybody's ruling over us when you told us that you made the world for our sakes. How long should we endure all of this? Well, this is the end of it now. We're living in a time, the prophets are out there prophesying that this is the end of the times. These are the prophecies and events that are coming to pass, that when we're about to get the kingdom now. And his king, our captor, his kingdom's coming to an end. Is there a little more on there?
Yeah, there's
a little more.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Yeah, and all dominions will serve and obey him. Who's that him? Yahweh Shai, man. Okay?
Every knee shall bow.
Yeah. Yeah. That was it on that, right? What y'all have?
Yeah, he was like Acts 14.
Let me see.
I still got that Revelation. It's Revelation 16 and 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates.
Right, the great river Euphrates, man. The angels dried up River Euphrates over there in the Middle
Like it,
East.
bro, you can bring it over here, bro, because you're on the camera, so you don't want to distract
In the
you.
Middle East to prepare for this World War III, man. All right? The Lord sanctions his angels to do that, man. All right? Go ahead.
And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great.
It's like it, because if you look, in the previous past 10 years, 10, 15 years, the River Euphrates has been slowly drying up. Now it's drying. Now it's just totally dry. All right?
There was a mighty Euphrates at one time.
Yeah.
A big water mass river that ran through the eastern world over there.
Right.
That fertilized.
Fertile Crescent.
Right.
Fertile Crescent.
Brought the moisture that it needed to that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, where that Mesopotamia area was at. That's what they take.
Yeah, it's in the Middle Rivers.
Yeah,
That's what
correct.
Mesopotamia is.
Correct. It says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Kings of the East, man. Russia, China, Iran. All right. They've been, when they doing joint drills,
Yeah. Yeah.
over there in the Middle East. All right. They're doing drills over there, man. They did drills. All right. They're preparing themselves for war, man. Okay. All right.
And I saw three unclean spirits, like frogs, come out of the mouth of the dragon.
And the dragon is basically Roman Empire, man. And we're living in the Roman Empire. All right. And the three unclean frogs go into, the city states. All right. Washington D.C. That's the military power. All right. The London, which is the financial.
Monetary, yeah.
All right. And over there in Rome, the Vatican.
City.
All right, which is the control of the religion, man. That's the unclean frogs. Man. All right, that's Esau using, man. All right, so basically, that Catholicism, man, that Catholicism basically took our people, basically confused our people, man. Thinking that the Lord is a so-called white man. All right, Catholicism ain't nothing but Babylonian worship. All right, so that's a device, man, device of the wicked. All right.
And out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Yeah, the false prophet, Catholic, Catholicism.
For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Almighty.
Yeah, the battle of the great day, man. All right, of the Most High, man. Which is the World War III, the nuclear destruction, man. All right, and also our Lord coming back, man.
All right.
Somebody got anything
So
else?
I did
Somebody get that Joel.
let me get Joel right. I got it. I'm on it. Joel chapter 3, verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down unto the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Yeah, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, is the Middle East, man. Same what we read in Revelation 16, man. All right, how the angels dried up the river Euphrates. All right, that's the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. I'm going to jump down to verse 9. Yeah, don't need them other details. Yeah, verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war.
Prepare war, man.
Wake up the mighty men.
So the other nations are preparing war right now, man. All right, go ahead.
Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Yep.
Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah, we're not gonna till the earth no more. Be all in agriculture. No, we're gonna put those down, and we're gonna gear up our militaries, man. We're gonna gear up our weapons. That's basically what they're saying.
It said, let the weak say I am strong. We were talking about that earlier, right? About how Iran was once a superpower, but they have been weakened.
Russia.
Now that Russia, and also Russia too, but now that they're coming back into full power, Russia start with Russia. Russia's going to be a guard unto those wicked nations. How? By giving them, distributing out to them certain weapons to make them strong. And then them banding together, when we're talking about Ezekiel the 38th chapter, them banding together to fight the villain and the superpower of what is known as America. You know, and other nations. Talk about the other nation. Anyway, it says, verse 11, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh.
Yep.
Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
That's right. The Lord is going to basically judge all you nations of the military over there in the Middle East, man. All right? And the majority of our people are going to be caught up in that, man. All right? Majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're going to be caught up, you know, fighting with the so-called white man. Right? You're going to die with them too, man.
Fighting for him, should I say.
Yep. Right.
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, the wickedness is great.
Yep. Wickedness, especially what America's been doing, man. Yep. The wickedness of America, man. The harvest is ready to be cut down, man. Right. All right. Using that sickle. You know, chop your ass down.
Basically saying in an analogy, the world is ready for war and is really ready for the Most High to come back and put the Israelites in righteousness back in order. Put the world back in order under the Israelites in righteousness.
And ultimately it's talking about the fulfillment of the Gentiles ruling and the amount of wickedness that they've been extruding throughout the earth, you know, since they've been in power.
Right.
The Lord is he's pretty much measuring the amount of wickedness that's being done in the hands of Esau, Edom, and the other nations before he actually decides to come back and finally basically dissolve it. You know, it talks about in Revelation, the 14th chapter, how the Lord's going to come back on that. He's going to come back in the white horse or the cloud, having a sickle in his hand. That's him. He's basically getting ready to separate the wheat from the tares and gather everybody that he wants for destruction, and those that he's preserving for deliverance. Those that are gathered on his right hand are his elect. That's going to be gathered to be beamed up and safe from the Lord's fury when he comes back to judge. Everybody on the left hand, that's the other nations. That's the 2/3 of Jacob. And it says that when the Lord comes back to destroy these people, the amount of blood that's going to be spilt, if you was to take all that blood that's going to be spilled, you can actually fill it up to a horse's bridle. You know, that's how much destruction that the Lord's going to bring. You know?
Straight devil, huh?
Esau ain't shit, bro. You see that Edomite? He was in a white Mercedes at the taking pictures of us and shit. But you know, you already know what time it is.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, we're made a spectacle unto men, unto angels, and also these people, when they do take pictures of us, they're trying to use divination against us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they try to go on the left hand and pray spirits against us. But hey, there's no enchantment against Jacob.
What perform against these shall prosper.
They're really cursing themselves when they do that.
That's right.
It's a little more last verse. I'll stop there. It says, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
That's right. Yep. That's over there in the Middle East, the valley of decision. All right. So prophecies are speaking, man. All right, we're out here to prophesy. All right, what's in the scriptures, man?
Right.
And it's coming to fruition. All right, it's a beautiful thing, man.
You got something?
I had something.
Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein. the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
That's right. His fury upon all the armies, man, of the nations, man. America included, man. All right, because this whole place is in wickedness, man. All right, they don't follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father to govern the earth, man. That's why the Lord's pissed off, man. All right, that's why he's having these nations over there so he can destroy them, man.
He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Yeah, there's gonna be a whole lot of dead bodies over there, man. When this World War III is concluded, man. A lot of dead bodies, a lot of dead Jakes too, man. All right.
Question mark.
Go ahead.
What's the scripture speaking on Yahushua coming from Edom, Bosworth, with blood on his garments?
63.
Isaiah 63. That does not pertain to like when he's coming back and Yehoshaphat, right? Yehoshaphat, man, that'll be like half the army be cut down, then like the army think they still standing, and he is coming back in the clouds. Because he also says in the scripture, behold, he comes in the clouds, and every eye shall pierce him. And every eye shall see him slaughter.
If I may say, the details of it aren't important. Just knowing he's going to be the one doing all of that. Whether it's what happens in the Valley of Decision when they don't kill themselves off, and the missiles don't take them out, Yahweh Shai is going to come and tie the rest of that.
Let me answer his question. When it says every eye shall see him, meaning right before they get destroyed, they're going to see him. That's it. You know, all those Edomites that the Lord's going to destroy, whether they're here in America or whether they're over there in the Middle East, they all going to have the opportunity to see the Lord up close in person. All right. Right before they get destruction.
The other armies, they're gonna be like, oh shit, we got bigger problems on our hands. Now we got to band together and try to take the Lord down.
They don't try to fight the Lord.
That's why the scripture says there's fight.
There was war in heaven.
Yeah, because he's going to put the spirit on them to make them fight, man. Right. You know? Even though they already going to know that they can't win. Because you have armies that have tried to shoot at chariots, you know? Yeah. And they didn't even come close, man. The chariot was just moving toy with them, man. You know? So just left and right.
Bro, they even show you that in Independence Day, where they try to shoot that big chariot with a nuke.
Yeah.
It was like
Didn't do nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, have to force field on.
These Edomites know that. But you know, of course, that's Hollywood, and Esau gonna prevail. But
have a chance.
Yeah. Give the chariot a cold and shit.
Yeah, get it. Yeah.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven.
All the governments they're gonna be bloody, man. It's gonna be a bloody massacre. Go ahead.
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Yeah, that's the pic. That's the vision, all right, that Isaiah got of a nuclear missile, man. That mushroom cloud. Right. All right, that's what he's seeing in his vision. All right, them nukes going off, man. And America's gonna be one big. It's gonna be a whole lot of mushroom clouds, man, over America, man, over the land of America. Okay? Go ahead.
And other hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold,
Most High sword is the missiles, man. All right, he's gonna be bathed in heaven, man. All right, as nuclear missiles explode, it's gonna be seen in the heavens, man. All right, go ahead.
for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Idumea is the Greek way of saying Esau, Edomites. All right, which are you so-called Caucasians. All right, go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
That's right.
Verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats.
Yeah, Yeah, so you people are the sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
So the Lord is gonna sacrifice you people, man. All right, to be that sacrifice unto Him, man. All right. Go ahead.
With the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord had a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter.
Basra is that city in Edom, man. All right. So you Edomites are the sacrifice. All right. You are the third part being killed. All right. Go ahead.
Right. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Yeah, so you Edomites, you got hell coming, man. All right. Once this World War III kick off, it ain't nothing but hell for you Edomites, man. All right. Nothing but hell for you, man. From the end, the demise of your kingdom, all the way to the beginning of the kingdom of Israel, you're gonna be in slavery. All right, for 1,000 years, man.
That's right.
All right.
Joel chapter 2, I'm going to start at the top, verse 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Who's that telling to do that? The prophets. Right? It says, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Yeah, all you people gonna tremble, man. Tremble with fear, man. Once the Lord start punishing the planet. Man.
Yeah, a lot of you military enrollees, y'all that's on reserve and whatever else, still enlisted, you guys are shaking, man. You guys are scared. Some of y'all want to act tough and brave, but I hate to tell you bad news, but you're not gonna win. You're gonna die over there. You're gonna be fertilizer for that the Fertile Crescent over there, right? It says a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong. There had not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Yeah, so this tribulation coming is not gonna be. It's gonna be way worse than any wars that happened in the previous ancient world. Man. All right, you had a lot of wars back there. Man.
Can somebody get Isaiah 9 and 5 right quick? And then I'll go back.
It's Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Yeah, the striking of iron and iron, you know, swords, shields, and the sound that makes, you know, the sword going impaling into somebody's body, you know, sword cutting people's heads off. That has a sound to it, man. This war is gonna be different. Man.
For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Burning and fuel of fire, man.
That's that evil thought to press that button.
Which is
For the thermal
destruction.
Right.
Nuclear destruction. All right.
So back into this, because it's going to break down the missiles of that button pressing, what's going to cause that burning and fuel of fire, right? Joel chapter 2, verse 3, it says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. When it comes out those missile silos, it's like an explosion coming out of there, and then the propulsion behind it, pushing it to where its target is, right? The land is as the Garden of Eden before them.
Paradise.
Yep, Eden means paradise. I know, the Hebrew word.
Yeah, which,
paradise.
you know, you have life basically.
Yeah.
You know.
It says, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
So when that nuclear missiles hit its intended target, what? It's going to be a desolate wilderness. Meaning no life. There's not going to be any life. You know, doing what life does. Man.
Right.
You know?
Look what it says here. Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Fine.
You said that. You got something to go right now?
Yeah, nothing's going to escape the nuclear destruction. Man. All All right, except the elect. When Yahushua beam his elect up, that's the only life that's gonna escape, man.
Con.
All right, in the shores of America, man. All right.
I got a question. What scripture that speaks on the sea of glass where the elect is looking over,
Revelation
man?
15.
Revelation 15. Okay. That resonates a lot with, like I said, 1/3. They wanna look at all the destruction that's going around on them, man. And you know, as you were speaking on earlier, you know, they're gonna want to save everybody else, man. But that also goes with the other nations, man. Everybody that ain't dealing anybody that the Lord isn't dealing with, man, they gonna get shut out, man. They gonna get destroyed. Especially them fucking Edomites over there, man. This place is gonna be desolate. I was spoken of.
Yeah, nothing's gonna escape these missiles. Man. You got something?
I was looking up when it says the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Yeah.
There was some information that was kind of a little heavy. But basically, usually when it says scroll, it's talking about like a roll of a book.
Yeah.
And you know how the Lord uses the expression to talk about how He expands the heavens.
Yeah.
He says that He expands the heavens like a curtain.
Mm-hmm.
When those missiles hit, it's basically gonna cause that mushroom cloud, which you know we always bring out. It's like you opening up a scroll.
Yeah.
Rolls open.
But in this instance, even though it's gonna look like that, it's gonna represent the closing of a scroll. Usually when they say it's the end, they say, and that's the end of this chapter.
Yeah.
Curtain close.
Yeah,
Curtain
close
close.
up.
The last curtain close. So basically, when the missiles hit, hey, that's curtain close on Esau's dominion.
That's the final nail.
Yeah, it's, you know, final chapter, man. You know,
Israel better repent by
End of the book of Esau.
it's the end of the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the start of Jacob's.
Hey, the end of the wickedness, man.
Right.
And what is the Lord going to come back to judge according to? The book. It says, and the books were open. You know? So that's the judgment according to the book is nuclear fire. The second death, that's the last death. You have the first death, which was the flood, and then you have the final death. You know, the second death. And the second death is gonna close out Esau's rulership.
Right.
So, you know?
Death and hell shall be cast into the lake of fire.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And then we go to 2 Peter, where it says, where the heavens being on
fire.
On fire.
The elements being on fire.
Get somebody get it real quick. Go to 2 Peter.
I got this. 2 Peter
Third chapter.
3. Yeah. Right, that chapter. 2 Peter chapter 3.
Like maybe 11.
I don't want to take the glove off, bro. Yeah, I got it. 2 Peter, I thought about 10. Yeah, I started up at 10. 2 Peter 3 and 10, it says, but the day of the Lord Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that
That's the same instance of the heavens being rolled together as a scroll.
That's right. And what we're reading in Joel as well.
And what the brothers reading in Joel.
Yeah.
And when you look up that word heavens in the Greek, matter of fact, it says right here, this is the lexicon Strong's G3772, or Renos. All right, and when you go down to the Thayer's Greek lexicon, it says, it says, from 1/4 of the earth to the other, as by this form of expression, the greatest longitudinal distance is described. So to one looking up from the earth heaven stands as the extreme measure of altitude hence. And then it gives you Revelation 18:5, for our sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. It says metaphorically of a city that has reached the acme, zenith, or glory and prosperity.
Yeah. The height of wickedness, the height of
The height of its glory, the height of its pride.
Yeah.
You know, and that's Babylon.
Can't go no higher.
I sit as a queen, I'm no widow. You know, there is none else beside me.
Yeah.
I am and none else.
Yeah.
I have
All
not
those
known the loss of
statements
children.
I will not know the loss of
But-
children.
but-
That dealt is
Yeah.
careless.
Yeah.
You know, that were given to pleasures.
Yeah.
Right? It says, and then you get
I will exalt
Matthew
myself
11
as
and
the eagle.
23 is the example. Yeah, exalt thyself as the eagle.
Yeah.
This is Matthew 11 and 23. This was Yahweh Shai talking about Capernaum. And thou, Capernaum, which thou art exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For it is the mighty works which have been done in thee, had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until this day.
Yeah.
You know? So this Esau is at his height right now. So that's who the Lord's gonna bring the judgment to. You know? That's who he's gonna send that fiery indignation upon. You know? Esau's kingdom is gonna melt with fervent heat. You know?
You finish that in Peter?
Oh, select it. There's more. It says examples of similar expressions from other writings are given. Observations. It says better heavens, which will take the place of the present after the renovation of all things. The heavens which are now and which
Renovation is like a restoration or a renewing.
until Yahweh Shai shall the restoration be, or the restitution of all things be. Right? It says, the heavens which are now are, and which will one day be burnt up. It says, but the heavens are likened in poetic speech to an expanded curtain or canopy. It says, to an unrolled scroll.
It's just opened up.
Yeah. So basically, when the Lord, brings His judgment, He's gonna close the curtains on Babylon the Great.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You gotta go back to, you have something on
I got it quickly. 2 Ezra 16 and 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth.
Yep. Now I gotta go back to
And that doesn't mean that the earth is going to be destroyed, because the scriptures tell you that the earth abides forever. That's just talking about Esau's foundation and what's built here upon America, man, going to be destroyed. And other neighboring countries also.
I mean, common sense, man. Because vocab, he believes, these Christians, they believe that the Lord's going to destroy the whole earth. And He's going to set up, He's going to create a new planet, for the Christians to come down as new holy New Jerusalem, so they can live happily ever after. Whites, blacks, Gentiles, they all, basically the church. That's the church today. That's the Christian apologists. That's going to be their world. No, man. The Lord's going to destroy Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
Because if the Lord's going to destroy the whole planet, then why is there going to be the merchant men standing afar off in other lands, watching the destruction of Babylon, watching the smoke of her torment?
How are we going to put them in chains and fetters of iron?
They all did.
Yeah.
Right.
How they gonna come back?
Yeah, man. And then we can't forget about all the isles that's carrying the Israelite foreigners.
Yep.